All praises to the Most High. Shalom, 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 beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Give me a one if you can hear me and see me well. I would like to say it beforehand. My apology. Uh, my apology for the last few days. I've been getting into some heavy things concerning studies and other stuff, and I was not able to get with you guys. But before we move in, before we go a little bit further, which one of you watched the video, the premiere that we had last night? Which one of you watched the premiere? Shalom, all of you folks. To all of the beloved brothers and sisters that are here, shalom, welcome. Thank you for strengthening the nation. Thank you for being here. Yes. Thank you to all of you that watch it. Yes, yes, yes. You see, Michael is in the midst. Debariel is doing her dance recital. And you yell, all the angels are here, and then they are under the mighty one's command, and they are under his will. They are under our command. Whatever we told the angels to do, they are doing it. And we had tell them to purify this place before the great arrival of the mighty one. Yes. Again, to some of you that didn't watch the video, worry not about it. Yes. Yes. Today the moon, the energy of the moon is all over. For those of you Lenava Heights, today you can do experiment regarding nocturnal vision. I'm not quite sure how to do this, but you can do a little research and ask for nocturnal vision, how you can see at night clearly. I haven't mastered that yet, but I have people that have done this, the masters, of course. Yes, yes, today is Lenava. For the Lenava Heights out there, this is a good day. You wear your whites today and you let the energy of the moon is flowing onto you. It's beautiful, brethren. It's beautiful. Now, beloved, we must understand that this time that we are living in is a different time than the time that we were living in the past. The reason why I say this because a lot of our people always said, "Well, things never change. Things always be the same." It is not. Before I move to my approach, to my verbal analysis, I want to the nation to understand one thing when it comes to the future. It belongs to us. The future is us. The future is energy. The future is magic. Now, before we going a little further, which one of you watched the latest video that the beloved brother Big Judah uploaded concerning Israelite lives matter? Of course, the one that he was doing in the park, they cut it off. A bunch of things happened. You saw everything that happened. Okay. All right. Let me while you guys are doing this, let me grab the keys of Enoch right quick. Something a sister sent me. It is important to read it for the nation. Hey, it's been a while. We are oops. It's been a while. We haven't get to the keys of Enoch. And if you need more information about the keys of Enoch, you may want to check the beloved brother Abdullah Seer. While I'm looking for the chapter, the page, I would appreciate it if the nation would have put the link to the channel of the beloved brother Abdullah Seer, so the nation can see uh, so the nation can see all the stuff that he bought. Okay, all right. So now I believe this is page 203 or 204, 205. Okay, they show you those characters. Okay, those are not what you're typically calling the Hindus over here. They been whitewashed and stuff. Those are people, those were us. Okay, all right. Now the video that the beloved brother Big Judah released yesterday concerning more land, the land of Palestine, so to speak. And for those of you that read the Throne of David, we remember that Arbaces, the Shemites, he went into Judea, another word Palestine, another word our homeland. Again, like the prop, anybody, well, for those of you that are familiar, what did the prophecy say concerning Atlantis? The prophecy that was given unto us. What did he say concerning the land? Oh, excuse me. Oops. Mm-hmm. Up, 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 up. Yes, it will rise. It will rise again. Okay. We have much more land. The whole Pacific Ocean is nothing but land. Okay. There is a massive land under the Pacific Ocean here, and excuse me, here in the Atlantic Ocean, we have a lot of land. It is slowly but surely it is rising. Okay, um, a small, well, a greater portion Atlantis, got sunk. A very a little piece of it is still here, and very little piece of it is like the small part, and there is a great piece that is underwater. Okay, the temple is still there. We still have brethren going in and out of the temple. I am not worthy enough to go there. I did the best, but I'm not ready yet. I can't. You can't go there. You can't go into the temple if you are outside the temple. You can't be an outside templar to go inside. You have to be an inside person, and they don't take anyone to go there. And I have an issue. My job is to counsel, to advise to the king, the queens, or wherever that person here that are in the midst, and that's my duty. And if I go over there, they might show me something, and then I come online and blab about it, and then effed up everything. So I need some discipline when it comes to this type of matter. Okay. Now, beloved, concerning the land and what's going on over there, this is the key of Enoch. You should find the link in the video descriptions. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and read this for you. This is the key of Enoch, page 124. We will begin in verse 9. This bombardment will open up vortices of energy, which will change the mantle of the Earth due to the tremendous amounts of liquefied materials being electromagnetically pinched and ejected out of the core of the Earth, the volcanoes. Okay, before this happen, men will go beyond radiocarbon and cesium techniques of dating and discover through a process of fission. Historical evidences of Gaussian upheaval that took place in recent geological times. There will be artifacts showing that prior to these great changes, there were contacts with other worlds to help us through our final phase. Okay, give me a second. All right, to our final phase. Furthermore, Great earthquakes which cannot be ascertained shall come from the core of the earth and will lay China in ruins from the regions of Yumen and Wuwei in the west to Tiantin, Tingshan, and Yingko in the east. That's why China, it is all about. China is pretty much done. China is literally done. So many earthquakes is happening over there in China. They are not telling you about it, but it's still happening. China is literally done, beloved. Okay, this is the beginning of our final phase. So what happened in China? All those earthquakes in those place over there. Remember, China is not the land of the Chinese. It doesn't belong to them. Okay, this is the beginning of the final phase. Why they mention all this destruction in China? Remember, the so-called the plague that we have, it was first allegedly discovered in China. There was a reason for that there. There was a reason why the whole bat eating thing, over there, the destruction began over there with Moab, the great one, and then it spread. This is the beginning of our final phase, when China shall receive nemesis upon nemesis, for she has turned against the lords of light, who were once the Tarim Basin and the great spiritual masters of ancient China, who thought of the woes to come. The great spiritual masters of China is not the Chinese. The so-called Chinese are not spiritual masters. Shalom, beloved sister Lisa Cabrera. Thank you for being here with us. Hopefully, the sister will be ready on the 31st for the fast so we can move in. China, the original God, we taught those, when they came in and learned from us, we taught them how to worship the proper God, our Father. They indeed learned for a short period of time. Remember, the beloved brother Abdullah Sir made a video where he was telling us where China used to worship the Mosai. Then, just like everyone on earth, even Nimrod was known as the Mosai left hand. When the Mosai wanted to destroy the Rephaim, he sent Nimrod. Nimrod used to be a great worshiper of the Mosai God Almighty. Then he got way too proud. He got way too many knowledge, and he's like, you know what? I don't need God anymore. I'll be the God because I am. That is why the so-called Babylonian system is our system, but they perverted all those powers. A lot of the people that are around, we taught them, okay, but they didn't learn the lesson. Again, the so-called ancient Chinese masters, they are not talking about the Chinese that you are seeing now in China. That's not what that is. Okay, who were once the Tarim Basin of the great spiritual masters of ancient China. Remember, the word ancient don't refer to the new people that you'll see here. We are the ancient of this earth. Her armies will advance and be cut off in the rear by great earthquakes, and they move into the central lands of Russia and the ancient lands that are connected with the powers of the Middle East. She shall receive groanings and multitudinous inland seas of blood. Do you know what's going on over there in China, man? Do you know what's happening? Again, when that plague hit, it took 27 million of them, man. That's the number that they let us know. China no longer have 1.2 or 1.4 billion people. It's no longer in the billions. Pao Tao, Taiwan, and other cities will sink as a consequences of great storm, eddies, and lashes of the sea. That is why you see the floods and all that. He who created the heaven will send up column upon column of fire and supersonic winds, and the sacred regions of the Tarim Basin will be cut off from both the lands of Russia and China like a tortoise shell of light. As the earth passes into its final phase, a boomerang effect will hot neutralize matter, will cause a great fluxing of sediments and shake the wings of the dove that mark the continent of the New Jerusalem, which is here in the fourth part. Out of continental rupture and shifting, a great bridge of land will rise out of the Pacific towards the south, and a great bridge of land will arise out of the Atlantic in the area of the equator. We told those people, we told you this land will rise. The best of our land is there. It will rise. You people, so called Gentiles, you will not have the opportunity to put your feet upon those holy lands. Remember, a great city, what you guys are calling like being raptured, a great city, okay, will descend from the heaven, made out of gold and pure gold and stuff. This will be the capital city where the high, the kings and queens will be chilling out, because we won't be chilling in the midst of you. You got 1,000 years. You got 1,000 years of work in your hand, man. Okay, you won't be able to be nowhere near the enlightened, because you refuse to receive the light. You reject the light. You hide the light. Okay, so a great land will rise out of the continental rupture, okay, and shifting. A great bridge of land will rise out of the Pacific towards the south, and a great bridge of the land will rise out of the Atlantic in the area of the equator. Islands of light will be formed from the land separator of the east and west coast of North America, where the people of light will be gathered. When they say North America, brothers, the so-called citizens that live on our land, they are not American. They are United States citizens. They are United Statesites. They are not American. They are not the so-called North or South American. When they say North American, North America, they mean the fourth part, the Caribbean, all the way to there. Those people are not originating here, not in the first part, second part, third, and fourth part. They are not from here either. Just like we from the light. If we from the light, we are the seed of the stars. But there must be another group of people that from the darkness and the seed of hell. We're going home, they're going home. Massive floods and the releasing of neutral matter from the core of the earth will cause drastic dissolving and settling out the basing materials of the surface of the earth. Upon entering the lips of the electromagnetic null zone, the whole solar system will be picked up and receded in different vibratory dimensions of the galaxy. That is why it is imperative for our people to stay in a high vibration. It is extremely important for our people to keep their mind clear, stay off garbage. Don't be getting involved in argument with scumbag. There are certain things you're not supposed to be next to, because they carry negative wave. Remember, when you are in a frequency, especially in this high frequency, your body is sending waves of energy, and then you're receiving wave. Okay? The solar system will be projected off the lip of the electromagnetic null into a different system of harmonics, which will require fifth dimensional bodies. We'll stop right here. We'll stop on one page 24. We stop at 22nd verse. This is the keys of Enoch. We studied this thing front and back. The brother Abdul Seer studied this book front and back. This book is about like $250 or $300, but if you go to the website, it's for $50. The keys of $50, and in the description you should find the PDF and stuff. Talk about all those things that we've been telling those people. It will happen. Somebody remind me to read this thing at the end. Now, to understand things, brethren, we are going to another energy, another dimension. Okay, the body that you have here, it's not the same that you're going to receive. The strength that going to the new age is not the same people. That is why the Pope is over there, and in Canada, trying to say, I'm sorry for things they've been doing. They were aware that they've been doing. None of those things will save those people. And tell you the conspiracy theories out there for those of you that still believe the Pope will rule the world, or Bill Gates or Elon Musk, or those guys, they are crashing the economy so they can bring the new world order and none of this nonsense. It's not going to happen. That is why you see the blaze over there in California, man. Brethren, any one of you are aware of what's going on in California, man? You think those things? You think those people are burning down all their houses by using DEW, a direct energy weapon? They are doing and then freeze, burning those stuff. You think the oak fire? You think the so-called Gentiles have any technology? And if they do, they are using it on themselves. You think they wouldn't not, like we say many times, wiped out the hood? They could have literally targeted me where I'm at and then just burned down me in the house in an instant. What those people are doing, they set up their own people over there in Canada, go over there and it's, oh man, we're sorry with all those 4,000 whatever. And then they think once they do this, our people will say, okay, you know what? Good, good. Hey, come and then eat with us, be with us, and then stuff. You see, the so-called the Pope, the people that did this cannot bring you to heaven because this is what they made our people worry about. Worry about going to heaven. Worry about going to the kingdom. And how do you get to the kingdom? Doing silly things, silly rituals. Rituals that they come up, they tell you, you know how you go to the kingdom? You come to my church. You be baptized under me. And you do this, and then you will go to the sister to the kingdom. Don't worry about your sin. Jesus Christ already carried all of them. You can go out there, do whatever the hell you want to do, and then I will show it to you. You really believe if those, well, they're not from the kingdom anyway. If they even have the slight idea how to get there, how to be there, they would have put it in your book and even teach you how to get there. Everything they don't want you to know that is good for you, they hide it. They make it scary for you, so you won't touch it. Anything you see those people are performing to get to the kingdom, that's not what that is. Beloved, as today is Monday, the Lenavahites, any Lenavahites in the midst? Okay, today is Monday, the day of the moon. There is a lot of energies out there. Okay, let us pray, brethren. Let us thank the mighty one for not giving us into great shame and great reproach. Thank you for him lifting up the skirt of the enemy to show them their filth and show them, okay, their guilt. Thank you, beloved, the Marius Bargi. Thank you to the Lenavahite. You are your higher speak. We need your strength today. Great and powerful. Oh well, before I begin, let me read this prayer before we start it. We will pray using. Oh, where's my book? There. Make no mistake, beloved. Make no mistake. The God that created the heaven and the earth and everything on them, He is fair and He know everything that the poisoners have done, the people that destroy His children. All those things must be ratified. You cannot just go ahead and do whatever the hell you want to do. Now, beloved, we are going to pray today. We're going to confess our sins and pray by using this prayer right now. Let us begin. Oh, great Lord, you that created the heaven and the earth and everything in them, hear our prayers. We come before you in humbleness. We come before you in meekness. We come in our innocence, as today is Lenava and today is white, the color of purity and innocence. The metal for today is silver. Although we do not have the gold and silver to save ourselves, but we have our studies, we have our faith, and we have you. O Lord of heaven and of earth, before thee do I confess my sins and lament them, cast down and humble in thy presence. For I have sinned by idleness, gluttony, greed, debauchery, and drunkenness. because I have offended thee by all kinds of sins of the flesh, adulteries, and pollutions, which I have committed myself and consented and others should commit by sacrilege, theft, rapines, violation, and homicide, by the evil use I have made of my possessions, by my prodigality, by the sins which I have committed against hope and charity, by my evil advice, flatteries, bribes, and the ill distribution which I have made of the goods of which I have been possessed, by repulsing and maltreating the poor, and the distribution which I have made of the goods, committing by charge, by afflicting those over whom I have been set in authority, by not visiting the prisoners, by depriving the dead of burial, by not receiving the poor, by neither feeding the hungry, nor giving milk to the thirsty, by never keeping the Sabbath and the other feasts, by not living chastely and piously on those days, by the easy consent which I have given to those who incited me to evil deeds, by injuring instead of aiding those who demand help from me, by refusing to give ear unto the crying of the poor, by not respecting the aged, by not keeping my word, by disobedience to my parents, by ingratitude towards those from whom I have received kindness, by indulgence in sensual pleasures, by irreverent behavior in the temple of the Mighty One, by unseemly gestures therein, by entering therein without reverence, by vain and unprofitable discourse, when thereby despising the sacred vessel of the temple, by turning the holy ceremonies into ridicule, by touching and eating the sacred bread and with impure lips and with profane hands, and by the neglect of my prayers and adorations. I detest also the crimes which I have committed by evil thoughts, vain and impure meditations, false suspicions, and rash judgments, by the evil consent which I have readily given unto the advice of the wicked, by lust of impure and sensual pleasures, by my idle words, by my lies and my deceit, by my false vows in various ways, and by my continual slander or calumny. I detest also the crimes which I have committed within, the treachery and malediction, murmurs, blasphemies, vain words, insults, dissimulation, my sins against the Mighty One by the transgression of the 10 Commandments, by neglecting my duties and obligations, and by want of love towards the Mighty One and towards my neighbor. Furthermore, I hate the sins which I have committed in all my senses, by sight, by hearing, by taste, by smell, by touch, in every way that human weakness can offend the Creator, by my carnal thoughts, deeds, and meditations, and which I humbly confess that I have seen and recognize myself as being in the sight of the Mighty One, the most criminal of all men. I accuse myself before thee, O Mighty One, and I adore thee with all humility, O ye holy angels and ye children of God. In your presence I publish my sin, so that mine enemy may have no advantage over me, and may not be able to reproach me at the last day, that he may not be able to say, I have concealed my sins, that one may be not then accused in the presence of the Lord, but in the contrary, that in my account there may be joy in heaven, as over the just who have confessed their sins in thy presence. O most mighty of all powerful Father, grant thou through thine unbounded mercy that I may both see and know all the spirits which I invoke, so that by their means I may see my will and desire accomplished. By thy sovereign grandeur and by thine ineffable and eternal glory, thou who art and who will be forever the pure and ineffable Father of all. O Lord, all powerful, eternal God, Father of all creatures, Shed upon me the divine influence of thy mercy, for I am thy creature. I beseech thee to defend me from mine enemies, and to confirm in me true and steadfast faith. O Lord, I commit my body and soul unto thee, seeing I put my trust in none besides thee. Thee, it is on thee alone that I rely, O Lord. My God, aid me. Yea. Whew. O Lord, I commit my body and my soul unto thee, seeing I put my trust in none besides thee. It is on thee alone, and I rely. O Lord, my God, aid me. O Lord, hear me in the day and hour wherein I shall invoke thee. I pray thee by thy mercy not to put me in oblivion, not to remove me from thee. O Lord, be thou my succor. Thou who art the God of my salvation, O Lord, make me a new heart according unto thy loving kindness. These, O Lord, are the gifts which are awaiting from thee. O my God and my Master, thou who livest and reignest upon all the ages of men. Amen. O Lord God, all powerful one, who has formed unto thyself great and ineffable wisdom, and co-eternal with thyself before the countless age, thou who is in the birth of time has created the heaven and the earth, the sea, and things that there contain. Thou who has vivified all things by the breath of thy mouth. I praise thee, I bless thee, I adore thee, and I glorify thee. Be thou propitious unto me, who I am but a miserable sinner, and despise me not. Save me and succor me, even me, the work of thine hands. I conjure and entreat thee by the holy name to banish from my spirit the darkness of ignorance, and to enlighten me with the fire of thy wisdom. Take away from me all evil desires, and let not my speech be as the foolish, O thou mighty one, the living one, whose glory, honor, and kingdom shall extend it unto the ages of the ages. Selah, so be it. All praises to the Most High. Thank you, Heavenly Father. We have confessed our sins. Okay. The mighty one hear you. Hear us. Thank you for not giving us unto great shame and great reproach. Thank you for burning down oak tree, oak fire over there in California. Thank you for trembling China. Thank you for sending the Russian to destroy the so-called Ukrainian. Thank you for letting the Ukrainian destroy the Russian. Thank you for putting the Psalm 83 at each other's throat. Thank you for sending the Pope over there in Canada and somewhat admit all the horrible and terrible things that they have done, and they have not seen anything yet. Yea, the prophecy must be fulfilled. Indeed, our people will rise to the top. We will rule as the mighty one intended us to do. We will thrive in righteousness and light. There will be no disease, no death, no violence in the midst of us. We will once more know true love. By your glorious name, by your ineffable name, may your will, mighty one, Agla, Aglai, Aglata, Aglatex, Zabaoth, Jehovah, Jehovah, Yahweh, may all those sacred names sense positive vibration in the midst of our brethren, so we may stay in the high frequency and receive the energy to once more gain and retake the kingdom, to once more retrieve our stolen property. Selah, so be it. To all the angels, to all the energy, to all the lois, to all of you that are listening in the four quarters of the universe, from the angels from the air, from the angels from fire, the angels from water, the angels that are from the earth, to all the energy by the great name of Adonai, we invoke you. You may listen to our commands. Go in the midst of the nation. Bring them peace. The children of God the Jews and Gentiles alike that are cleaving and holding onto this great power for their dear life, truly with their heart uncovered. May you give them strength, give them hope, give them financial aid, give them spiritual blessing, give them spiritual healing, give them mental blessing, give them mental healing, give them physical blessing, give them physical healing. Give unto them, Genesis 15, verse 14, the great substance. Give unto our people their education, their culture, the knowledge back. We are not destroyed for a lack of cowboyism. We are not destroyed for a lack of acceptance of the battery. We are not destroyed for a lack of accepting someone else. We are not destroyed for a lack of money. We are not destroyed for a lack of food. We were destroyed for a lack of knowledge because we had rejected the knowledge of the Mighty One. Oh, great Spirit of the Mighty One, creatures, we ordain you, we command you to go in the midst of us and heal us and do all as we said regarding righteousness. Selah, so be it. And to all you other spirits, to all of you that are standing in the four quarters of this universe, whether you are benevolent, malevolent, by the great name of Adonai, we command you to go in the midst of the enemy and give them nothing but fear. Give them nothing but more fire. Give them nothing but more earthquakes. Give them nothing but more confusion, trembling of the heart, trembling of the loin. Give them nothing but death, punishment. Give them 10 times of what they give us. May you go over there in the midst of Rome and bring Rome down and bring the Babylonian system, which is worldwide. May you go in the midst of Pope Francis and made him pay for all what he and his ancestors have done to us. May all the priesthood of Mahan suffer 10 times what they gave unto us. Speed up time. Wake up. To the riders, ride them you. Ride in the midst of them. We give you license to depart in the great and horrible name of the Mighty One Adonai. And if one of you went out there and disobey us, we will bind you in the fiery depth of hell where you will burn for eternity. Selah, so be it. Go! By the horrible and terrible power of the Mighty One, give unto us, beloved, I leave you in peace. Go in peace. I will see you whenever the Messiah says so. Again, to all of you that were here with us, thank you. The prayer is done. You may go about your business. You've been released. You may go in peace. We're just going to stay and talk about a few things. All right. Now, beloved, first thing first, concerning the blaze that are going upon the land over there in Europe, upon the land over here in America, upon the land over there in China, all over Japan, and all over there. But why is that, beloved? Okay, why is that? Why is it? Why is it? There's so much destruction, and the so-called Gentiles or Psalm 83, they have no answers. They shouldn't. Remember in the book of Jeremiah, they have inherited lies. If someone inherited lies, that means that's all they have ever since they were born. That's on what they live. That's all they know. This person cannot teach you the truth, and you cannot go to this person and ask them the truth because they know no truth. They were born like that. They were born liars. Just like they were born inherited lies, we as the children of the light were born inherited truth. We were born with the light. We are the light. Therefore, we have the sole duty to bring righteousness in the midst of this earth. Therefore, we're supposed to be the ambassador of the Most High God here. We're supposed to tell them the truth, whether they love it or not, whether they accept it or reject it. We must say the truth. And the truth is, we, what you're calling so-called black people, okay, so-called Negroes, niggers, so-called monkeys that you love to downgrade us, we are the true chosen children of the Mighty One. We are not like you, nor we are not like anybody else. You have stolen our identity. You have stolen our culture. We are the reason why all those things are happening. When you go into your comments board or whatever news that you're watching, do not say those things are happening because of climate change. You have to tell the people the truth. Tell them this is happening because of the treatment of the children of God, which is the so-called black folks that you had enslaved and put them through slavery. Okay? And then you never made any account of that. You never talk about this. You act like this never happened. And of course you should, because What that is, you're putting more gasoline into the fire. You're putting more wood. You're putting more fuel. You see that fire over there in California, the oak fire? That's what you're doing. And don't be glorifying those firefighters. You see, the so called 83, instead of giving the Most High God Almighty all the praise and saying, man, he's doing a great work, we're finally going to get rid of the scumbag that make this world a living hell. They're all like, oh, those firefighters, they're all so brave, and praise and prayer for them. No, you raise the name of the mighty one, whether you're for Jew or Gentiles alike. You say God is doing a great work. It's purifying the earth. Finally, man, we're about to receive peace, man, ultimate peace. However, before we have ultimate peace, we must have ultimate war, ultimate purification, and the holy fumigation that needs to be done in this earth to remove all the impure spirits, to remove all the negative and malevolent spirits that are in the midst. Yea, the dove is here in the fourth part. The Holy Spirit, she's here in the midst. The reason why you see us going further and have better things and do things a hell of a lot more better and more passionate, because she is with us. Yes, there is a lot going on. They are not telling you. Now, for those of you that were watching the video of the beloved brother Big Judah, let me read again for you. Okay, the land of Palestine. Now, the so-called Palestine that they are talking about, it's not that land over there in the Middle East. Of course, by now, you should already know that they are not talking about anything in the Middle East. Okay, and of course, there's no such thing as Middle East, the land over there in Africa. All the entire earth belong to us. Okay, it's sad to say, but we will tell you people where you can and cannot leave, just like you tell us where we can and we cannot go. Just like you have your sun downtown, we will have our own sun downtown. There are certain places you cannot come. You are not invited, and you're forbidden to come here. There will be places that you cannot go. We will put you in a place, on a place that is designed, designated for you and designed for you. That is the truth. I'm not making this up. Now, this is the keys of Enoch. We've been going through this book for 2 years. For the nation, please put the link to the beloved brother Abdullah Seer channel. He has many lessons on this. All right. Let me go ahead and read. I believe we were on page 250. We will read. Is that what that is? Mm-mm. No, I forgot the page that I was reading. Page 124. Yes, 124. We're going to go to the keys of Enoch. This book is over $100 something. Don't buy it, okay? Don't buy it for that much stuff. We're going to page 124. We'll start it at well, we call it number 10 to number 21. Furthermore, great earthquakes which cannot be ascertained shall come from the core of the earth, and will lay China in ruins from the region of Yunnan and Wuwei in the west to Tianjin, Tingshan, and Yingkao in the east. China is pretty much done. That's why there's so much flooding, so much earthquake. They are hiding those things. Okay? They are well aware of that. All right? And again, the so-called Chinese over there are not the original people, inhabitant of the land. This is the beginning of our final phase, when China shall receive nemesis upon nemesis, for she has turned against the lords of light who were once in Tarim Basin, and the great spiritual masters of ancient China who taught the worlds to come. The so-called ancient spiritual masters of China are not your typical Chinese with that long mustache and fried chicken noodle, all that nonsense. That's not who those people were. What you're calling Confucius was a black man. They were Israelites folks. Okay, we were all over the world. All right, this world was given unto us. We didn't spend thousands of years in one place. We go all over, teaching everyone to worship the mighty one. Again, once they know what we taught them, just like a lot of Gentiles are coming here in humbleness. Once they receive enough information, and then they go out there, they kill our people. Okay, they took the information and then they say they came up with it. They invented gunpowder. They invented the compass. They invented this. The ancient Greeks, the ancient women are the bed of civilization. The original people of China are not in China. Her armies will advance and be cut off in the rear by great earthquakes as they move into the central lanes of Russia and the ancient lanes that are connected with the powers of the Middle East. She shall receive groanings and multitudinous inland seas of blood. All right, a lot of destruction. Pao Tao, Taia 1, okay, and other cities will sink and consequences of great storm eddies and lashes of the great sea. That place that you're calling Taiwan, it will be underwater. Whatever city that went underwater, it may not be Taiwan because Gentiles like to switch names. It will go underwater. Just like we told you, there's a great part of North Africa. Basically, the entire Middle East will be underwater. The entire desert that you see from North Africa go all the way will be underwater because the water that are here, we're gonna have to move for where they were originally. So when our land come back from the earth, all the water that are here, they will go somewhere else. He who created the earth will send up column upon column of fire and supersonic winds, and the sacred region of the Tarim Basin will be cut off from the both of lands of Russia and China, like the tortoise shells of a light. As the earth passes into the final phase, a boomerang effect of hot neutral matter will cause a great fluxing of sediments and shake the wings of the dove and mark the continent of New Jerusalem. What he's saying, what their brother Enoch is saying in this on the book, you see this dove that you see here. When the dove is landing, when her wings is flapping, and then it causes great wind, great fire. That's why when they are fighting the fires, they push. They say the wind is the fire is alive, the wind is intelligent, and they cannot fight it. That's the dove ready to land. To us, it's super slow. To them, it's a thing that's happening in a fraction of a second because our time and their time is different. If our times and their time is different, our body and their bodies is different, then our sciences are different. Stop trying to calculate it. Oh, I'm going to travel here to Mars using Earth science. It won't work. Mars is a celestial body. You can't go there with your terrestrial science. It won't work. And guess what? You do not have the celestial science to go there. And even if you can have it, not only you can't, even if you can have it, you can go there. You can use it because you are in a terrestrial body. You really don't need any vehicle to go to Mars. You just call and put an appointment, just like you buying a ticket to the airport. You contact the right people and they will send a vehicle for you. You go, you visit. That's what it is. Our people go there all the time. But that's not the way that you think it is. You Gentiles 83, you can go there. Let me read again. All right. As the earth passes into its final phase, a boomerang effect of hot neutral matter will cause of great fluxing of sediments and shake the wings of the dove that mark the continent of the New Jerusalem or USA. Out of the continental rupture and shifting, a great bridge of land will rise out of the Pacific towards the south, and a great bridge of land will arise of the Atlantic and the area of the equator. Like we said before, the so-called Pacific Ocean, when you look in Google Map, there's a massive land over there. The only land that is over there in the Pacific Ocean that we may know is Hawaii, Tahiti, or French Polynesia. I believe Mauritius. The Mauritius are just like Haitian. You know, they speak Creole like we do. They look like we do. Okay, a lot of skin folk over there, and therefore, of course, a lot of skin folk. Most of the Pacific Ocean basically have no land in there. When you look at it, it's just a massive body of water, which is that's what you see. But most of the land is under it will rise again. All right, Antarctica will melt, and the land that are there will appear again. Okay, The Gentiles were allowed to be in certain part of the earth where they can destroy, okay, and they will be destroyed those parts. The parts that are pure, they can't go there. We will be there. We will be kept there safe. I am assuming we could go somewhere else, and the holy fumigation will begin. Islands of light will be formed from the land separators of the east and west coast of North America, where the people of light will be guarded. From North America, where the people of light will be gathered. Anybody that are anywhere, our brethren that are in the four corner of the earth, whether they move to that place, they will be gathered in the fourth part here. There's a specific lane you will be guarded because the holy fumigation will begin. You're gonna have to get off this planet. You're gonna have to get off this place. You're gonna have to put somewhere safe. Okay, beloved, a great war cannot begin where a bunch of innocent bystanders are here, man. A great war, if even over there in Ukraine, when the war started, the people move. The one that don't want to move, they are too proud and say, "This is well, Russia want to attack. This is on them." We will be guarded. We must. That's how people say, "Big, where should I flee? Where should I go?" What, me? I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going. I personally, I don't need to flee anywhere because this thing is not for me. Whenever the time is, the mighty one will put it in our mind, put it in my head, put it in your head, or the ship just appear, and then you will be called. The gathering must happen. The people of light must be gathered. We cannot stay here when all this nonsense, oh, America will be destroyed with nuclear power, with all the people that are in here, with all of us. Again, what you're calling North America or no, the North American is the fourth part, the so-called Caribbean, and all the land from Canada all the way to Argentina. We will be gathered here in the fourth part. There's a reason why Christopher Columbus came here. He did not came here because he got lost or he was looking for spices. He came here to come to look for the great temple of Solomon. When Christopher Columbus, for those of you who know, when he stepped out of the boat, when the Levites walk up to him with great gold and all the stuff, and then they knew what he was there to come. They were giving him all the gold. What was the first thing that came out of his mouth? What was the first thing that came out of Christopher Columbus' mouth when he stepped out of the boat? He didn't even say good morning. He didn't even say, "Hey, woo, India. I didn't know you Indian were here. Hey, I'm lost. I need some food and spices and stuff." He just came out of the boat. He walked straight to them. He said, "Where is the temple of Solomon? Where is the where is the Jerusalem? Where is the Mount of Christ? Where is the temple?" He asked for the wisdom of Solomon. He said, "Where's the temple of Solomon? Where's the Mount of Christ?" And the Levites, the priests, tell him, "You can't go there. It's. We told you people before, you cannot go in there." And guess what he did? He started shaking our people down. He started killing them. Christopher Columbus was your very first Hitler. You aren't that guy that came in, oh, peace, peace, peace. He was a soldier that they sent here to rough off our people, and he did very well. That is why those people are telling you those books are evil. They are a book of demons. Guess what? You see that prayer we just read? The confession prayer, it's in page 135 of this book. This is a book of the devil. This is a book that will teach you to worship demons. Why would Christopher Columbus coming over here and ask for the knowledge, the temple? Why there's a prayer in this book right here, which is a horrible version. Okay, the three magical books of Solomon. This one, this is loaded with a bunch of stuff. Don't get that one. Get a better one. Why a book like this got page 135? The confession of made by the exorcist. The confession, when you confess all your sins to the mighty one, and they told you don't read this book. Because if you confess sin like that, you're going to hell. Why this the book of Enoch? Oh, it was written by Freemasonry. Big Levi, don't you know Freemason? Is Satanism going out there? Why you are studying their stuff? Yet they let you read the Bible freely. But the moment you put your hand upon those books, You're going to hell. Christopher Columbus, him himself, in his own journal, when he was writing, he said the moment he got to bed, mom, I'm out of water. Won't you blow? Please. You got a pill? No? All right. Then. Good. No. Ma, ma, ça va bon? All right. Excuse me. Now, beloved, one of the main, you must understand, the enemy himself, he has no way to go. He has nowhere to go. He has no way out. Therefore, he wants you to think you have no way out, no way to go, because he is the one that always telling you where to go, and he's the one that always giving you a way out. So, therefore, if he doesn't have one, you don't have one too. You do. They don't. To all of you Christians that are out there that come here in humility and humbleness, read. Be not afraid of knowledge. Be not afraid of book. If anything, the book should be afraid of you, not you afraid of them. You should be honored to read information. You are not allowed to read. You should be honored to listen to the children of the light, the true one, that are teaching the truth. Do not ever let any of your pastors or your Christian friend and coming over there and telling you, if you read this book, you're going to hell. Thank you. Yeah, just in case. Thank you. All right, let me just hydrate the holy temple with the Holy Spirit. Yes, yes, yes. This is good. All right, let me put it right here. I want you to understand one thing, beloved. No man on earth can save you, will save you. Do not follow any men. Do not raise any men above the mighty one. Stop following your pastors or Priest Mahan. There is a video online of a pastor in white. His name is Whitehead. Anybody saw that? He was live teaching with bling. They call him Pastor Bling Bling. All his chain is preaching, and the Mosai sent two-third in the the Mosai sent two-third in the mist. The Mosai sent two-third in the mist. The moment he saw the moment he saw those guys, like, hey, all right, he lied down. Okay, those guys came in with giant popcorn in their hand. They robbed him. They took everything. They robbed him blind. Yeah, that's right, brother Tom. they, they swagger jack the dude. They took everything that he had. They go to his wife and took everything, and then they left. And he said, oh, well, I believe that it's the media fault. When the media was giving this guy all the glory and showing his wars war and showing his paping stuff, he was happy about it. But the moment they got him, it's the media fault. You see, you do not follow men. These men have money to buy a Rolls Royce, bling bling chain. He got everything because the congregation give it to him. That's what your pastors. This guy, he's just on. I don't want to offend the brother, but he's just a nobody. He's just one of those dudes that find a way. He's just a nobody. They stole. Do you know how much money? Somebody tell me how much money those jewelry worth. Anybody? People think like when those things happen, they just happen for the sake of happening. 400, man. $400,000. 400K. Now, what's the message here, man? 400K, son. You in a church loaded with poor people. They are seeking the light. They are seeking the Messiah. They want the truth. You brought them over there. You lied to them. You got jewelry worth $400,000. That's just a regular nobody. Can you imagine? TD Snake, Swagger Jack, scumbag, Perry Stone. Where is Perry Stone? We know you here. Where's Perry, man? Perry, just type it in the comment. We know you're watching, son. We know you're doing this. You guys don't know how serious this thing is, man. Yeah, those people don't know how serious that thing is. Very serious, but that's what people, beloved. Let me tell you the truth. You see what we are doing here. That's why I don't blame those pastors. Even Perry, I don't blame it. I don't blame this guy, TD Jakes, the mighty cowboy, and all those guys. I don't blame those sheriff officers. I don't blame those guys. You know why? I used to blame them. I used to say all the stuff like until I was in the same position that they are right now. Beloved, there's so much power in your hand. There are so much things you can do when you're positioned like those guys, like me. You have so much power in your hand. You can literally do anything you could possibly imagine. But it cannot be done in righteousness. Anything that I ever wanted, I can manipulate one word and say it here, and the people will support, thinking it came from the Most High. That is why I'm very careful when I need something. I pray, and then it come. I could literally tell anybody in there, the Most High, I'm a prophet, right? You know how you gotta know Big Levi is a prophet. You know what? I'm above a prophet. I'm a freaking angel. I just don't look like a typical angel, but I'm Yahweh in a black body. Yes, of course, I put a few pounds just to keep people off of me. And guess what? The mighty one tell me to tell you, oh, sister, get that checkbook. Close your eyes. Don't even write a number, just sign it. I'll write the number for you. Let the mighty hand of the servant of the Most High God write the. I can do all those things, and people will believe it. That is the truth, brethren. I can walk up to any brother in the nation and just get some intel out there. The brother wife is no more, and he receives the life insurance money. I could just walk up to him and say, brother, the Most High told me he loves you so much. He already have the angels wiping down your chair. Your scepter is already over there. The giant calice of gold is over there. Your riches is over there. But in order for you to go get them, you have to leave all your riches that you have down there on the earth. You cannot go to the light, to the celestial light with the terrestrial body. Let me hold them for you, brother. And you go in peace. He will do it. This brother will just say, oh man, the Most High say he loved me. He said to you, oh man, you are the prophet, the angel of God. Here's the money for my wife's death. I can walk up anywhere and do anything that I want. I can walk up in any dealership and buy any car and let the nation pay it. I can go ahead and anywhere to any real estate, buy any house, buy any jets, the nation will pay it. Because I can tell them, they might, oh, I speak with the Atlantean over there. They give me this light and stuff. I can do all those things. The Most High give me the power to do that. I can turn out to be Jafar. And it's very hard, brothers. There are situations that the Most High literally put you. I'm like, yo, are you fucking kidding me? Why would the Most High put this in? It's so obvious. And I'm sitting, I'm like, Most High, God, this is obvious. How? But I understand one thing. This thing is very serious. It is not fake. It is real. There are serious consequences. If you knowingly on purpose lead the children of the mighty one into darkness and to ridiculed for you to get the money. I'm a man. If I need money out there, I know a lot of stuff. I know a lot of. I live in the Negro. Big live. I live in. Not only I'm living the hood, I'm from the hood. I know all sort of things to get money. Whether it's clean, unclean, it's still money. But it's when you spend it. It's the after effects. You will be questioned, man. People will bring when things start to come out and people coming after you and say, yes, Big Levi did this. I invited him to my house to go see my dying husband. 2 days later, that my husband truck is missing. Now my husband is healthy, walking around. We can't find the truck. Big Levi phone is off. We don't see him online. This brother called, yeah, Big Levi come to his house and then talk to him. Now the house has been repossessed. That's why, man, karma is real, man. And brother, let me tell you, the power the Most I give you, and beloved, certain things I discover, it's not only for the nation. He has given you certain ability to walk up to anyone. I have found certain information, certain things in this book that we're studying. I can walk up to anybody and ask this person whatever that I please. That person will just give it handed to me. But the only goddamn thing you cannot do with this power that the Most High do, you cannot walk up to anyone and ask him for knowledge. You cannot come up to this person and say, hey, tell me the secrets of the stars. Tell me the secrets of nature. You can't. You have to go to the Mighty One. And that's what I'm all about. If I need anything else, if I need any money now, I shake down the nation. If I need anything now, anything that I need in my house, all I need to do is send a message. The nation will quickly come and then they will help because they know they are not helping me. They're helping the work of the Mighty One. And if I use whatever that they are helping me, misuse it, go over there and gang my way out of it, there will be great consequences, man. There'll be great consequences. That's why certain time I sit down, I'm like, man, those guys were the weak one. They were the weak one because you need to be super strong to fulfill this mission, man. Temptation left and right, man. The Mighty One give me certain things that I don't need. I really don't need to work for anything. I just walk up to people and then say a word, 3 words of power, and I say, give me this. And they will, without hesitating, without, it's not that I trick them. I just tell, it's like a computer. You just click a website, you put something, and it will just do whatever you put in. Whatever information that you put in there, he will do it. And I realize I cannot abuse this power. But that pastor over there, that white haired pastor, he abused it. Your Parish Stones, they abuse it. Your TD Jakes, they abuse it. Your Creflo Dollar, you guys abuse your power, man. The greater power is not to use it. It's not to use your power. Just because the Mighty One give you the power to kill people, to destroy. But the moment somebody put a video out there and then talk about you, and the next thing you know, that person, you kill it. The Most High give me this ability to just literally remove anyone that I don't like. It just did. But I took it. I'll be wise about it. Certain people make silly videos. So be it, man. You don't know what you're doing, man. That's why, brothers, man. That's why pride and greed cannot exist in our hearts and mind. It can, man. And the pride, brothers, the greed, the lust, all those deadly 17 there. It's not one day, beloved. I wake up, I sit down and say, am I doing the right thing? Am I leading the people astray? I told them not to follow me, but people, just like you tell them, it's like I told them, beloved, do what I said. Whatever the hell scum stuff I'm doing out there, go ahead and do it too. I said, Mighty One, even I told them, they just do it. What if I make them doing something they weren't supposed to do? They are innocent. They don't know what they are doing, but I do. Brothers, it's a lot. For you to be a follower of the Most High, which is what I am, to be a true follower of Christ, to teach what Christ was teaching, what we're teaching now, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. The reason why we haven't been bought yet by the enemy is because we are not for sale. It's a great responsibility, man. It's a great responsibility to know that when you are 8K, somebody call for a prayer and that person life depend on your honesty, it depend on you. If you are in the mix here just to be here, and there's a lot of people here, I'm here too, you ain't gonna work. If you are here for your own vainglory or you doing anything out there because your own vainglory, it's not going to work. One thing, like I understand what the mighty one did. He gave me multiple talent, like things that I can use to make money in the world, but I decide not to use it to for I decide not to use it for wickedness. I can't. Again, he gave you this choice. He's just sitting there. Will you abuse it? The thing is like, will you abuse your power? Will That's why you just read in the book. Let me read let me read three lines for you again. Okay, this is a confession. Okay. O Lord of heaven and of earth, before thee I confess my sin and lament them, cast down and humble in thy presence. For I have sinned before thee by pride, avarice, and boundless desire of honors and riches, by idleness, gluttony, greed, debauchery, and drunkenness. You abuse your power when you do this. It's not like you're human. You will do all those things, but you abuse it. Okay? Because I have offended thee by all kinds of sin of the flesh, adulteries, which is worship another God, and pollutions, polluted your body by going to another God and worship and all that stuff, which I have committed myself and consented that others should commit it by sacrilege. Somebody define the word sacrilege. And I consent to others to commit the same thing. That is why even though I know I'm doing the right thing, but I still repent and confess to the mighty one because I never know. I may do so, I'm not perfect. If anything, 99% of the stuff that I'm saying here is not good. And it's extremely difficult when you hear something beam into your head. You're like, am I making this up? Is this real? We, as the children of the light, we've been beaten down so much we don't know when the Holy Spirit or the angels will communicate with us. Now we're getting a little bit better. Sacrilege, a violation of misuse or what is in regard as sacred. When something is sacred, brothers, you consent other people to violate it. This consent, like you knew they ain't supposed to do this, but you made them do it because it felt good for you to do this. When something they're not supposed to do, you did it, it feel good. You're like, man, I'm not supposed to do this thing, but I ain't gonna be destroyed by myself. You somewhat you make it look so good, and then you come over there, you tell your people to do it too, and then they went out there crazy and thinking like this thing will get them closer to the Most High God Almighty. They did it. The Most High is not going to come after them. He's going to come after you. Yeah, I ask myself, man, am I doing the right thing? I'm going to territory that we never been before. No one ever stepped in. Most people, they run away from what we're going towards to. Most people flee from things we're running towards to. Is that right? Shouldn't we be just like them, cowered away and run? Why we are attracted to things that are dangerous, things that they told us it's forbidden. But if those things are forbidden, shouldn't we stay away from them? But the Gentiles told us not to touch those things, and we are. Is it there's a possibility that one of those things is not good truly? Because we are weird, peculiar, and very strange people. We go to places, we study books that Christian, even the so-called priesthood of Mahan 83, they don't know what's in those books. They just know it's powerful. they forbid you to read them. That is why I always tell our people, read the best that you can do, study, practice. Okay, now we are in the stage of practice, brothers. You got to practice a lot. For instance, today is Monday. To the Lenava heights, we have the energy of Lenava. Okay, and while we have this energy, go ahead in the book, watch kind of experiment you can experience. The moon is in Gemini, which is a air sign, which mean like you can perform any weird experiment. You know, yeah, we are heading on uncharted territory because no one ever been in this. They always have the Gentiles giving them places and guided them to places. Now we're going to places we have no guide except for Raphael, aka the Holy Guide. We only have guides, aka the angels, and we're not too sure how to communicate with them because the angels don't communicate like the Gentiles say. Oh, I see an angel appear to me and say Jesus want me to be in heaven and stuff. We think that's what it is. But when we pray, we ask something, we see a number, and then we're like, wait, we ignore it, and then we see the same number again. It keep repeating. Then we're like, oh hell no, that's it must have mean something. And then when we look at it, it means something else. That's how the angels communicate. When you're talking to some person, remember in the book of Pillars of Fire, when Moses went into the Ramesses, when Ramesses, before it was Moses, went to the temple, and then he gave the god of the temple the cow. He gave the cow a little kick, and the priest said, whatever. Ramesses asked the God, remember the story, he asked the god of the temple, the cow, he asked him, will I ever be Pharaoh of Egypt? And then the priest of the temple said, the answer, you will find it the moment you step out of the temple. The first word you ever hear is your answer. So Moses, aka Ramesses, give the cow a kick. So the cow eat the cake, he like it. And then he rub his head on Moses. And then the priest like, whoa, because the Egyptian, the cow was their God. And they're like, whoa, what the hell? The cow, he likes you. And then Moses understand, like, this is not a real God. It's a freaking cow. And Moses step out of the temple. Can anybody remember what the first word that he heard? Anybody remember that story? When Moses stepped out of Ramesses, when he stepped out of the temple, what was the first word? One of those buck-tooth scumbag dude, one of those street dude came out of right there. Anybody remember? And he hydrated the holy temple. We read that, so it was quite funny though. Thank you, beloved sister Lakeisha. Thank you, Lakeisha Gillespie. What is? Yeah. The moment he the moment Moses get out of the temple, one buck-tooth monster just come right next to him and say, you will never get there. And then the guy said, what? He won't get there. And then the guy said, okay. And then Moses turned around and then look at Sesostris, and Sesostris was like, shit. That's how the angels communicate. The answer that you were looking for, he came out of someone's mouth. You were asking a question. The moment you turn on the TV, Big Levi said, right, whatever they were asking, he came out of my mouth. I have no idea what I'm saying. I just say stuff, but it speaks to you. The Christian church said, it's a coincidence. Ignore it. The angels have to appear in front of you and give you the message. Yeah, the moment Moses get out of the temple and the guy turned around, he was talking to another dude, say, he will never get there. And then the other guy said, well, I say he won't get there. And then Moses looked at Sesostris, and then Moses said, hey, that's the answer. There's nothing I can do about it. That's the answer. And guess what? Moses did not become foul. He didn't. He didn't become foul because that was the answer. So there are certain ways that the spirits communicate with us. That is why we take things in the media very seriously when we're watching the news. For instance, for those of you that watched the video last night, did you see the part about Brother Michael Patterson? Yeah. Oh man, Brother Michael Patterson. Anybody saw that part? Nothing is coincidence, man. I mean, to the Gentiles, they see the anger, they see this emotional black man, but we understand it's a angelic communication. That is for those of you who saw who understand it. And you saw all the sign. And you understand. That's how the message, that's how you decode the message. You want data point? 400 dead. You want data point? 35 killed. You want data point? 80 this. You want data point? To them, it's talking about data point, but to us, it keeps telling us repeat, perfection, retribution, rebirth, rethings. Michael, the horse right behind, raising his feet in anger against the American flag. We understand all those things because those are angelic communication. We understand when they say, oh, this fire burned 400,000 acres or 400 acres. This pastor they stole his jewelry worth $400,000. We see when somebody wearing a shirt, when there's a numbers on certain things, when people are talking, they are not talking to the so-called 83. That's what we told you. The mighty one is speaking to a private microphone, and we have an earbud. We have a private headphone. If we don't repeat what he repeat, they don't know that. They don't know what the Messiah is saying until they come to us. They listen to what we're saying, and then they take what we're saying, they go out there, they twist it. That, for instance, now the time is 1:44. You know, so some people, I guess, say, hey, it's 1 p.m. and 44 minutes, 44 past 15 minutes to 2 p.m. or whatever. But we know while we are talking about this, the Most High say, yes, the 144,000 is here. The Most High say, yes, you sealed. That's what it is. That's the communication. Okay? And even the number 144, 4 plus 4 equal 8, 8 plus 1 equal 9. 9 is destruction for the nation and protection for us. The 144 will bring destruction for the Psalm 83. That's how we see things. That's how we communicate, We see things, numbers all the time. They're repeating until you get the message. Okay? We cannot, brothers, and we are not supposed to go to poisoners. Let us know what's going to happen in the end. Gog and Magog going to attack Israel over there, over here. Oh, haven't you seen what happened in Israel in that pool party? Anybody saw this? Anybody saw this? And anybody saw what happened over there in Israel? And that pool party, for those of you. The party is over, man. Yeah, the party is over. The most I flush, the most I flush that son of a bitch out, man. The most I say, party is over. Party is over. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, in the land over there, which is not the Holy Land, there was a party in a pool. You know how those people do. Gentiles really don't care. 82 don't care. They're partying up until they die. And while they're in there party, the Messiah sent one of those behemoth, one of those animal and stuff that dig a hole under this pool, and the pool little there's a sinkhole. Brothers, this is not a funny matter, but when you watch the thing, the sinkhole, like a toilet, brothers, open up and then swirl and suck up all the water of the pool, brothers, in a matter of seconds. It didn't even take like 10, 15 minutes, brethren. You know, when you flush a toilet, it took a little while for the water to turn around and go. No, the water just sucked. That's it. And the guy got sucked up in the hole. He died. He died, man. And people over there, like, they think this is they think, it's an accident. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, we'll call it accident. That's what you want to call it. We'll call it accident. But this is very serious. That guy, he died in a blink of an eye. Gone. He out. Okay. So to tell you, brothers, everything that you see, it's always a communication from the spiritual realm to you. Big Levi, have you ever been in the spiritual realm? Have you ever been in the astral plane? No, I have not. I don't know how to. I don't have any interest of going over there and stuff. Whenever I'm ready, I'll go there. But I study. I listen to masters. I listen to wise men, wise women. They tell me great things, and they said we are a little bit. We will be ready, but we're too eager. I'm not quite sure if they find the body of this fellow, but he's no more. Okay, so another thing that happened in the news, and that the nation to be mind, you need to know about this thing. There was a family, for those of you who saw this, family of 4 or 5. They went to Montana, some kind of like park in Montana, and then a dude run up on them and and run with his car and hit them. He came out of the car with a shotgun, shoot the husband, shoot the little 18-year-old baby, 18-month-old baby, and then when he ran out of bullets, because he keeps shooting them, when he ran out of bullet, he took a knife. He keeps stabbing the wife until the wife of the other man, until the woman overpower him and kill him with the knife. Come to find out, he was the ex-boyfriend and stuff, whatever. Curse be the husband and curse be the wives. See, those type of news are happening every single day. Local news are very important to watch. There's another story that came out. A dude, he just took the kids. He gave the kids to the wife. He sent them somewhere, light the house on fire, and then he burned himself to death. Yeah, the buffalo attack. Those people are getting way too close to these animals, and then they have received orders. You don't have the blessing anymore. They don't respect you. Plus, you abuse your powers. Now, what it is now, so many of those things are happening. The fire, the holy blaze or blaze in California. Guess what they put in the news? Well, these two little black girls got stood up by that fellow. Grimace, what is it? Was it the Hamburglar? What was that character? I don't know. Some kind of Sesame character or McDonald thing. Some kind of things like, oh well, this Hamburglar character, giant puppet, was it Lana? I don't know, whatever that thing was. So and the next thing you know, our people like, oh, Big Levi, we need to go over there and do something about this, man. Look what those people are doing. Yo, dude, they be, that's what they've been doing. Yeah, it's a Sesame Street. Was it or something? And then next thing you know, we left all the we don't pray, and then we have a whole podcast talking about this thing. We're fighting for a bunch of people that will apologize and drain onto the enemy. You're fighting for people that want to get into. That's like fighting for a Christian that want to go to a Catholic church because the Catholic were whites. They don't want him in there. That's like a black man was refused service in a Catholic restaurant. That's like TD Jakers. They refused him service in a saloon bath. And then he came in and complaining, and you got our brothers like, hey, serve the men, go ahead, serve him. Like you are serving everyone. There's a reason why the Most High make this Wazita character not to touch the holy children. Our people are so freaking dumb out there. There's a reason for that. Those children are holy. They are not supposed to be being touched by other things, other beings, other people. Keep our children separate. There are certain places you don't bring your children and let people touching them. Why he's in the costume things. You know how many child molesters are on those costumes just to touch children and give them hug? Usually, mostly the people that are inside of those costumes, they make them women. I remember Chuck E. Cheese years ago, my daughter went there, and then I was stunned that it was a woman that was in this costume. And then when I do the little research, and then I find out that it is, because a lot of child molesters, they will specifically get these jobs and have children come and hug them, kiss them, make them sitting upon them, and rub them and stuff like that. Innocent stuff, but they get, yeah, some gratification on that. If the certain times the guardian angels of those children spare them from certain things, this thing could have touched them and put a negative wave upon them, a negative energy upon them. Next thing you know, those two beautiful little black girls going out to be massive whores. They go out to be like they vibe on the wrong side because somebody that was unholy touched them, hugged them, kissed them, leave an energy with them. The mighty ones separate them, say, nope, don't touch my children. This demon could probably see the light and he got scared and then he ran away. But our people want to be molested. Our people will sue your ass to rape them. Our people will make you pay money for them to force themselves to be in the midst of you. Well, those people are a demon. We're not supposed to be in the midst of them anyway. Keep your children away from those people. Oh, well, you're supposed to touch my daughter. You don't know who's under this thing. That's our people. That's them. That's how some of our people right now are growing up from ever since they were a little girl or a little boy with negative energy, and this energy morph into them, is become a part of them. It is extremely difficult to cut them out and take this energy out of them because they grow up accustomed to them. Because when they are a little boy or a little girl, something was done unto them because their parents somewhat consent. They have someone in the house that is sick. They know this person is sick, and they let this person in the house with the child say, well, he is my cousin. He won't do this to my daughter. He is my brother. He won't do this to my son. He do this with other men. He do this with other women, but he won't do this to my daughter. He won't do this to her. And then your son, your daughter grow up with like, oh, weird. They are doing things they're supposed to do. And then you ask yourself, what the hell happened? Where did I go wrong? All people love that. They love it. They love when they have to force their way. Touch me, I'm madder too. Why didn't you touch the others? Oh, because I'm black. Certain things that I've done unto us, certain humiliation that happened to us, it is good. The Most High spare you from something that was going to kill you in your future. But no, our people there, like, I want to get into this white only college so I can be that only black guy here. What's up with all that black? What's up with the college that we all are brothers here? I don't want to be around you Negroes. I want to be there so I can feel important. So I can be the only black dude that playing that baseball team. Our people love that. They freaking love it. They love the abuse. I'm not making this up, brothers. Look, listen, I told you when I was in college and all that. I met people. It's not fantasy. They are looking for people that they need those people to do certain things to them, certain horrible things. I'm like, wait, you will die. If this thing happened to you, that you say, I don't care. I want to do this before I leave this earth. I'm sitting there, I'm puzzled. I'm like, usually women, if you do in any culture, a men do, or group of men do this to one woman, those men are dead. But why would you want something like, it's like my fantasy. What? Some of the people, they like that. Amen. I'm just telling our people, man, look, listen, if you go somewhere and you get some kind of like racist remark, that means you ain't supposed to be there. You don't go there, you don't give those people your money anymore. If you go to a place, somebody make you feel uncomfortable, you don't go back there anymore. Our people, yes, our people are emotionally confused, man. You are not supposed to be in the midst of those people. You are not supposed to let them touching your children. You don't know who's under this thing. If they touch your children, so okay, you know what? This was it. That character didn't touch my children, and then I never gonna go to their parade. You advise all the parents, don't take your children to those parades and all that. You done. That's it. But we have to feed in. We have to always be that one token black guy, that one token black girl in the midst of a bunch of other people that don't give a crap about us, but we gotta be there because that's what we've been seeing on those TVs. That's why we need to get our TVs, brothers. We will make our stuff. Big Levi, it's a little bit busy, but we will have our own thing. We'll have our own movies and our own TV shows, you know. It's horrible to say we'll have our own, oh boy, our own Tyler Perry's, our own people, black men, black women that make movie for our people. Something nice, something nice. We ship the stuff. We will have those things, but it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot. We'll have our own music. Everything is there. Just then again, we do not want to overwhelm the nation. Most of our people, beloved, they receive their education from TV, entertainment, celebrities. Some people spend so much time on social media, especially Twitter. They are completely and utterly disconnected from the regular realm, the regular world. They don't know anything. Like they think everything is about cancel. For instance, I've been bombarded with a bunch of video reject modernity and embrace masculinity, something like that. I'm like, wait a minute, you people created this problem. You turn our women against us. Now they are turning against you. Now you're telling us, oh, hey, you guys need to come over there and take that blue pill, that red pill with me. Oh, no, no, sir. You take your own cyanide pill and die for me, sir. I'm not going to go over there and take any pill with you. And those people are making the standards of being a man is being like a bodybuilder, handsome, what they call this thing again, a supermodel. And you got the regular guy out there watching. They say, wait, this is what a man's supposed to look like? And then they will kill themselves with steroids. I saw a dude that the dude was rotten from inside out from the drugs he was taking to become a bodybuilder. There's a reason why there's Lenavahites, Madimites, Zedekites, Kokavites, Nogahites, Shemeshites, and Shabbatites. We are not the same. There are certain things you see a Kokavite doing, you're a Shabbatite, you cannot do it. This is his things. There's a sister we check for her, she's turned out to be a lawyer. Not everyone can be a lawyer. Right now, our people, a lot of our women are nurses because it pays. There's certain things, but not all our women are supposed to be nurses. Some of them, they have specific things they can do. But the way the Gentiles put their society, they effed up everything. They always put things one-sided, one extreme sided. If it's not this, then it's not that. Everything is, it's a chad. Like, no, what is this? You have to be 6'5" and be muscular and then look real good. That's the symbol of manhood. What the hell is this? And anybody that is like under 5'11" is a woman, as long as short men, they've been crapping on people. It's like they are the one that doing this, brothers. And then now when this tall dude, this 6'5" dude, has a son, and the son turned out to be 4'5", and then he getting all the crap that his father been training people online to look at things and stuff, and then when his son getting those stuff, and then he want to rebel now. Oh, we need to speak against this. Mom, is she done? Is she done? Oh, we need to speak against it. Well, you guys did this. You made this entire society focus on money. It's two things when it comes to dating now, two things: money and looks. Money first and looks. He got a lot of money, he look good, great. For the man, is she a whore and she look good? Oh, hell yeah. Hey, what the hell is going on, man? I got this money, she look good. That's all. We don't look at characters. We look at online posts, and if the picture look good, then she's good. That's it. I was watching a news, brothers. For those of you, you may be familiar with that. I will let you guys go. A black dude that in 2020 he went into one of those dating app. He found a black woman, and then they were supposed to go on a date, and somewhat he didn't show up, and she sued him for emotional damage. And she was in a courtroom arguing, but she wasn't in the courtroom, she was online arguing with the judge. Anybody saw that video? This dude didn't even show up because of the whole COVID thing, and then she was like, oh, you didn't show up to my date, I'm gonna sue you, I'm gonna do this. This is the type of women you have out there. Yeah, this is the type of women and men. Yeah, this thing was crazy. The dude, he sued the dude for $10,000. The guy was traumatized. Said, I didn't even go on a date with this woman. And he won the case, and she was out there telling the judge how to do his job and yelling at the job and stuff. This is the kind of women that the Gentiles produce in our society. People don't look at a woman, good looking woman. You just look at her, she good, she's a whore, she let me hit it. Hey, I'm in. Now you get involved with this woman in the custody battle, man. A lot of men out there, certain women that they did because on looks and how easy she gave up the whole trail of cookie, those men, their life for ruin, man. Their lives ruined because we don't know. Till this day, our people don't know what is the proper way to approach. Do you know back then there was husband material and wife material? Certain people could never get married. They are not supposed to because they do not have the material. You are not a wife material. Or even worse, you're not a mother material because everything in you is backward. You're not a father material. You could not. There's test, there's rite of passage. We don't have that anymore. Rites of passage now is get your Instagram shining equal, get that money, take that picture in the club. That's it. And then we're complaining we should put us in child support. Or you should have known that. Some women, the moment you walk up to her, you hear her talking to her friends on the phone, you're like, not me. There is one of those Miami. I don't like to talk about celebrities because it will bring hate. Some of you may have seen the video. City Girls. Anybody remember them? City Girls. Is that what that is? Is it City Girls or Miami Girls? And this woman come out. Well, I'm not gonna come out. Woman, this girl come out there talking about her preferred man is a street Negro, that sell drugs, that rough with women, that sell that City Girl. Is that what that is? Anybody saw that interview? And she said this man have to be bad. He has to went to prison. She said that's what I like. A street Negro. What was her name again? She explained all a dope boy. Yeah, she want a dope boy, a man that rough with women like you two. So even Tupac brothers, Tupac. I'm not making this up, brothers. Tupac went in. I don't like to talk about this. Tupac went and talked to a girl, and he was talking to the girl, and then the girl told him, Tupac, you cute and all that. That's when he, before he was Tupac, he said, you cute, you this, you that, but you kind of soft. And Tupac like, what? He said, you like, you respect me too much. Tupac like, wait, is it that what women want, a respectable men that call them by their name? She say, no, I want you to make me feel dirty. I want you to call me by my name. I want you. And Tupac like, you, I'm not. He had that. He had that energy. Tupac was like, wait, but I'm respecting you. I want to. She said, no. I want you to call me the B word, choke me, beat me, and call me all sorts. Like, hey, well, hey, if this is what I have to do to get that tray of cookie, oh hell yeah, you dumb B. And then he started being rough and aggressive. That's what she liked. And we take those characteristics, we paste it out there, it goes viral, and all women, young women that are growing up, they say, huh, so that's why women my age like. So that's the new thing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not making this up, brothers. The interview is online. I was watching another thing in court. Another woman wants to leave this man because the man didn't beat her, didn't abuse and beat her enough. And when the judge said, why do you want to? That's what she said. She wants a rough neck or whatever. And when the judge said, why you want him? He said, because he's not beating me. And the judge like, what? She said, he not called. That means he doesn't love me. If he did care about me, he would have beat me. He would have did the R to me, the R thing, the R word. And the judge like, and then the guy was like, you see what I'm dealing with? The judge, I see it. And they took those behavior, they put it out there. They said that's what women are into. That's what it is. And young women growing up, they say, wait a minute, I need a man like that. I need this thug. Some of women fell for that. They took this street Negro and then they had a good time with him. And then when it comes time to help with the bills, the children, like, yo, I'm a street Negro, man. F you and your kids. Well, you can blame him. He's a street Negro. That's what it is. That's what it does. Oh, well, I'm going to put you in child support. Go ahead. I don't have a job. Go ahead. Well, you're going to take me to jail? I was born in jail. The same thing go for the Negro. Certain women that most Negro right now, they want a woman like Nicki Minaj. They want a whore. They want this twerking whore women that they're seeing. They want this thing. They don't want to work for it, which is true. And then you pick up this woman, that easy woman that you didn't do anything. There was no connection. She just said, I'm a bad B. You said that I want a bad B tonight, man. And a bunch of them come and say, we are bad bitches. We want to do this or that. You bring them to your house. You know, you do what you're supposed to do. A week later, there's a massive rush down there. Next thing later, you become you're not a caveman, but you can start a fire by scratching down there. You're not a firebender, but when you start scratching down there non-stop, the smoke will rise. You caught on fire. Next thing you go, you test something that was not supposed to be in the human blood. They find it in you. 9 months later, she called you, come pick up your child. You're like, this isn't my child. You know, there are certain things, just the same as the men. You know, certain things happen out there because we see it online. That is why we need our own media that will reshape the thinking of our people. Oh yeah, that monkeypox is woof. Oh, that space monkey, man. To our women out there, especially the women in Atlanta, to my sisters in Atlanta, to my sisters in Atlanta, Georgia, be very careful. I understand there are some needs that need to be satisfied. And I understand there are some energy. Only a man can relieve this energy. Just like for a man, only a woman can release this energy. Please. Be very careful. Oh, excuse me. Oops. Yeah, yeah. My still live. My still live. We live. Monsieur Boko hello. Monsieur Boko hello. I'm okay. Bamwele. All right. Mbali Monsieur. All right. All right, all right. So about that, so about that, I had to leave this, brothers. Let me leave you with this. To my women out there in Atlanta, Georgia, be very careful, man. But Big Levi is cute. I mean, he kind of like a little feminine, but he's so cute. He's like, I mean, stuff and things. But sister, be careful. Be very a lot of DL Negroes over there. I spent like a week in Atlanta. My mind was blown. I'm like, wait, what the hell? These dude? She said, yep. I'm like, oh hell no. That's like a that's a, that's the face. That's what you want in a black man. Well dressed, good. He has no defect. He's all right. The sister say, oh really? Watch this. I know my eyes is since I'm advancing in age, my eyes is failing me. But is that dude is oh good grief, oh no, oh no, he's oh good God, beloved, be very careful. Remember, back in the 80s, they use our women to transport these things to our men and bring our men to be the cowboy, and we wear it. To the women out there, be very careful, sisters. The most I give you are natural portals. That's where it's supposed to be done. Don't be trying things you see weird online in a phone. All the women say, oh, you feel greater pleasure when you do it in the back door. Please, this door is for exit only. Don't be involved because certainly, the same thing that has to do with HIV. It's really easy for to get it in the exit portal than in the natural entrance portal. Be very careful because our women got messed up back in the 80s. To our women, our men out there, hey, listen, this thing, listen, you know what happened now? They don't want to tell them, listen, hey, your lifestyle is, you are greater risk, and it's offensive to tell anyone this. It's offensive. That is why I don't talk about those things because people like, don't tell me how to live and what to shove down there. Oh, okay, well, yeah, well, okay, whatever. But Big Leaf, I am prepared to for the exit portal. He said he doesn't like it at the entrance, but the exit feel better. But if you met this young man, you like the exit sign better than the entrance sign. This sister, this should have tell you something. This should have tell you something. No audio, man. Because if you get if to the what they're trying to do now, they know for a fact, beloved, this thing is affecting them more than they affected us. And then now they are pushing this thing in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, DC is the hotbed for that, okay? DC is the hotbed for that. Okay. Now they are trying to do push that thing in the midst of our people. Amen. No Brokeback Mountain. Don't do brothers. You have to slow down on that. Slow to a complete stop. Especially they know they know it will not spread upon the men. It would not. Most of our men don't get involved with that. That's why they will want to infect our women, and then our women will infect us. Be very careful, Bridget. Be very, very careful, sister. That's right. Only the sweet portal. That's what it is made for. It's beautiful. It's good. That's what the well. That's what the energy is. That it has to energize there. Anywhere else that is close to that place. That's what negative things to get out of that. That's when you eat that Indian food. You like, oh God, beloved. Some of our sisters out there, they have a passion for Venus. That's all right. But watch the tone of this fella. Watch the way that remember this thing, brothers. This spirit that the cowboy hat. You may not see the cowboy hat, but you will see the sheriff badge. You may not see the sheriff badge. You will see the cowboy boots. You the way this man talk. You will see who he is. That's what it is. A detox portal. That's the portal when you take a massive laxative, and that's where the cleanse is passed. It's cleanse the body. It's a beautiful thing for the body to cleanse itself out. You're a woman. You don't need to do anything related to that. But they are dudes. That's what they do. Another dude take another dude, wrestle that fellow to the ground, and hold that fellow in the headlock and do to him what he's supposed to do. But you're a woman. He's not supposed to do this to you. Hey man, well, I'm a woman. You can't do this to me. You can go get another dude and ride his mechanical bull, but you cannot do this to me. Sisters, you are a vessel of transport. You are a vehicle of transport. Please do not get involved with these things. The DL, a lot of Negroes are in the DL, brethren. A lot. And this thing could be an issue. But the Almighty God that created the heaven and the earth are destroying those scumbags. And it's not just like the previous plague, which is still here. It won't happen. Beloved, I will leave you with peace. I will leave you with a peace of mind. I will leave you with the prayer of confession. You can read this prayer every day. There's a prayer we will give to the nation. Okay. You will read it 7 times for 7 days. Let it sleep under your head, and then burn it on a little bit of wine. Drink it. Popcorn. Uh, Cinder block, trash can lid. It won't affect you. Some of you already got this prayer. The people that did your BG, you have this prayer. So nothing will happen to you. The popcorn will bounce off of you and things like that. But it has to happen to you 13,000 times. You have to be in an MS 13,000 times in the 14,000, so you will die. But besides that, you're good. I'm still working on it. Uh, I'm talking with the masters, and it's kind of advanced. It's way too advanced. So I haven't tried yet because things like that. But anyway, shalom, fast, pray, repent, repeat. May the King reign forever.